Hello. Alrighty. Today is today's going to be a day that I think I focus completely on one particular story because all of the cards, the tarot cards, not necessarily the spirit card, but all of my cards happen to be of one particular suite, and which we'll get to that. So I'm going to be working on a specific story in the Chimera Moon series because, well, you'll see why. But hello, welcome. It is a Monday. It is Monday the 12th, so we are not quite there, but we are approaching the midpoint of the month, which I am nowhere near the midpoint of my goals for the month. So that's going to be an this week is going to be sort of like try and catch up week. That is for sure definitely going to be part of the things that I'm doing. So yeah, so that's going to be that. And I had a weird sleep last night, so I slept in longer than I should have this morning. So I'm still trying to tick off a couple of my morning to-do things, but it's okay. We'll get them done. We'll just move on down the to-do list and get things done. That's the whole vibe for Monday, is just get some stuff done, and hopefully like primarily focus on this one particular story. So that's going to be kind of what we're dealing with today, at least on my end. Hopefully you are rested and relaxed and ready to take on this week, and hopefully we all get some stuff done. That's the whole that's my wish for the week, is like for setting up this week properly. I hope we are all ready. So Alice's busy bag, hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well. And Megan is here. Hello, you are working on your camp project today. In this scene, your main character is getting in trouble with her parents. Ooh, dun dun dun. What did she do? Becca is here. Hello, welcome. How are you? And Cache is here. Hello, yay. He said, I totally meant to wave. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I put my hair in the big old bun and put on some red lipstick, and hopefully it will up the vibe for today, I guess. So Becca says hello to Cache, and Rider on Wheels says, hello, I look cute. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I try to make an effort on some days at least, because otherwise I would be in my pajamas 100% of the time. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there are occasions where I'm like, I should maybe put in like a tablespoon of effort. CB says, hello, welcome. Cache says, hello back to Becca. Oh, thank y'all. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And Rosalind is here. Hello, welcome. Loving the sophisticated librarian look. I thank you. I'm not sure if the bun helps, the glasses help, all of it together with the whole librarian look. But fun fact, my first job was at a library. I was the library page. I worked over in the children's department and helped reshelve books and helped man the summer reading table and put on puppet shows and that kind of thing. So my first job was, in fact, in a library. Writer on Wheels says, my goals went out the window the moment my Camp Nano goals blog post was posted. Oh no. Well, it's always your prerogative to be able to change your mind. But yeah, I know this feeling of like, as soon as you like write down the goals, it's kind of like, oh, never mind. I don't feel like doing that anymore. Or at least that's what my brain says. My brain is rebellious as all get out. When I set goals for myself and deadlines for myself, it's like, no. Stacy is here. Hello, welcome. And Bonnie, just being Bonnie. Hello, welcome. And you're joining in. Awesome. Okay, so the animal spirit for the day is the mouse spirit. So it has the main message of tending to all the small things, like all the little teeny tiny details. So we have our cute little mouse, which thankfully, I have not heard said Mr. Mouse since we had the underneath of the house redone for the air vents and everything. So, because some of y'all might know, the last time I pulled this card was when we had discovered that we had a mouse underneath the house. So we have fixed this, so there is no more Mr. Mouse. So thankfully, this card is not intending to lean towards that. This is a card that is just like, pay attention to the little details. So, and it also emphasizes noticing the nuances and fine print. So if your character has a contract that they need to be signing or they need to find a loophole for, pay attention to the little small details and fine print. It also emphasizes the importance of clear communication, including signs, the subtle signs that people are unhappy. So is there some detail or nuance about how you or your characters engage or operate with others in the world that is key to your success, but you have been too readily dismissing as nothing big or nothing special? The mouse is here to remind you that what seems small may be more important and more powerful than you think. So, small things, pay attention to them today. So whether or not that is in if you were editing, like you're looking for the little teeny tiny things, which you always are when you're editing, but also your characters and how they interact with others and whatnot. So that's the spirit animal for the day, is just like, pay attention to the little things. But the tarot cards for today. So when I pull 3 cards, I pull from the top for my first, I pull from the middle of the deck for the second card, and I pull from the bottom for those. That's how I have been pulling my 3 cards for a couple of months now. I got all 3 sword suits. So I got the 8 of Swords. Let's get my white sheet of paper ready. So I got the 8 of Swords, which is a gorgeous and intricate card in and of itself. Are you going to focus? Maybe. Maybe. Let's try this again. There we go. So the 8 of Swords. And this is a card of restriction, entrapment, victimization, and also sort of like excess blame and criticism. So we have a character who feels like they've been trapped, or that they are unfairly blamed for certain things that are not necessarily their fault. So they may be taking the blame for someone else. Second card we have is the 4 of Swords, which is a brief respite to regain your energy. It's a card that, like, somebody's been doing too much. You need to sort of like rally your forces, get some of your extra energy back in order to be able to fight the next fight. So recovery, relaxation, possibly of a like illness and recuperation, but also like perhaps a wound, who knows. And then the last card was inverted, so it's the upside down version, but it's the 5 of Swords. So this is what it looks like upright. And so this would be the inverse position, so it's upside down. But anyway, so that's what the 5 of Swords looks like. And the 5 of Swords is that middling point in the journey where it could be either a false victory or a false defeat. In this case, the inverse position is a short-lived victory. So whether or not this is going to be your main character having a false victory at the midpoint, or it could be your antagonist who feels like they are getting the upper hand, but in fact your main characters are just taking a rest to recoup before they go harder again. So 3 swords, and in particular this one. So this character was the initial character that I pulled for my information spy character, my information network spy character. This is the brother of, are you going to focus on my face now? Probably not. This is the brother of the initial female lead that I had for book 1. And so this is the male lead for the that will be matched with the daughter of the cult leader, who is essentially, she joins the information spy network in order to help people escape from her mother and her mother's cult. And then they fall in love. So it's a long process, but still. So I have all 3 swords, which both the daughter of the cult leader, which I discovered her name yesterday. Her name is Gabby, and his name is Corbin. So I have Corbin and Gabby. So both Corbin and Gabby appear in the swords deck. She is the page of swords, and he initially was the 5. And then he sort of, as he grows, he becomes the upper levels of the like knight and king. So I am super excited because, one, I finally have her name, so I can finally like at least take out the I can figure out her last name later, but I have her. She's gonna be Gabby, and I haven't decided if it's gonna be short for Gabrielle or Gabriella. I'm not sure about the ending of it. We'll figure that out. But anyway, so I'm going to be focusing on that pairing, that story. I have a little bit of the outline done for that. But I like this short-lived victory and brief respite. So I'm thinking I'm going to be working on those, which would be about the midpoint. So yesterday I was working kind of on the midpoint for a different pairing for the Page and King of Cups, which I don't have their names yet. And so today I'm going to be working on Corbin and Gabby. The first like actual pairing that I have, like, well, I think I'm still debating on one of the characters' names for the first book, which is silly. I should have their names by now, but I don't. So there you go. So that's what I'm going to be working on today after I do a little bit of jotting down about these cards in my tarot journal. So I got to do that first during the first sprint. So hopefully I'll be able to just knock that out. But because of that, I'm going to set us up for a 20-minute warm-up because I think it's going to take me just a little bit longer than the 15 minutes to finish the 2-page spread in here. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to do a 20-minute warm-up. If you feel the need to break that down into like 2 10-minute sessions or a 15 and then a stretch break, feel free. That is absolutely fine. Share the screen. There we go. All right, I think I just like blasted a ton of words at you, but that's just how we're gonna go. I did have coffee this morning. Well, I say morning, but it was like brunch time. So the coffee is hitting right now. I'm right on wheels. I'm fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Yes, this is kind of how it feels. And Claude is here. Hello, hello. Welcome. And Alexis is here. Hello. Alice also has the Shadowscapes deck. Yes, it's beautiful. I love it. Love it so much. And Heather is here. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right. So let's do this. We're going to have a 20-minute warm-up. Don't forget to save your document. And if you haven't pulled it up yet, go ahead and pull it up. That way you can start work immediately. Or pull out your journal or whatever it is you're going to be working on. 2, make sure that you have something to hydrate with. I have 2 large glasses of water next to me. 3, make sure that you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Those are your reminders. And we can now get started with a 20-minute sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, that was the first sprint. How'd we do? I finished my notes in my tarot journal, so I've got that. And so now I am adding to my plot and log line outline thing document. So I got about, where did I start? I got maybe like 100-ish words added to this, and I'm specifically looking at the midpoint in Act 2. But I have figured out a little bit more of the details for this, so that's awesome. And how'd y'all do? How did you do? And also, hello to everybody who came in. So Mallory slipped in just in time for that first sprint, and Allie is here. Hello. And Bonnie said hello to Heather as well. And Allie said hello to Mallory. And Heather said hello to Bonnie. And Elizabeth is here. Hello. How's your back? Hello, everyone. A little bit late, but oh well. Back update. Better, but going to take a few more days just to be sure. So reading it is. There you go. There you go. And Just Eva is here. Hello. Hello. How are you? And Claude says, I wrote about 25% of scene number 2. Nice. And it's also really nice that you can tell like about how much you're done. Some of my scenes just continue to grow, and that's also because I pants a lot of them. So, but it's nice that you can actually sort of like tell how far along you are in the scene, which is nice. So so I've been working in this Act 2 midpoint scene, trying to figure out what exactly is this false victory, whose victory is it, or whose is it really, you know. So I decided that it's kind of going to be a weird. Is it weird? I don't know. So I'm going to have Gabby sort of convince her mother, who's the head of this cult, that she needs to go take a rest at like a spa or a nice vacation, to sort of recover her energy, but also to get her out of the cult grounds, so that Gabby and Corbin can do some of the things that they need to do. And I kept, so the respite is going to both be slightly earlier in the story for Gabby herself, feeling like she has support with Corbin, so she can kind of relax and recover her energy, before going a little bit harder at trying to undermine her mother's cult. But also the recovery can be her mother's recovery vacation, just to get her out of the house, kind of thing. But I pulled 2 more clarification cards for what is their plan and sort of like how is this going to go. And so I pulled the 4 of Cups, which has a little mermaid sort of playing by the shore. It's not really going to focus right now, but and then so that's a card of like regeneration, refreshment. So it's another sort of like recovery card. And so thinking of regeneration kind of brought me back to one of the ideas that I was working on yesterday, which was that the failed product that happens, or the product that happens from a failed experiment to recreate the Philosopher's Stone, which is the anti-aging pills or elixirs. I haven't decided what form it's going to take. Anyway, so if the matriarch for the core, which is what we decided to call the cult, so if the matriarch for the core has not yet had or needs like another dose of said anti-aging whatever, then she could go off to her spa and relax. But it's also a time, so they're going to, Corbin and Gabby are going to be like, yay, we can like finally move forward with the plans. But the matriarch is actually going to be meeting up with the bigger antagonist, sort of like larger arc antagonist, to make further plans. So in some ways it's a false victory for both of them. But that's how my brain is going at the moment. It's kind of like, that's what we're doing. I think that's what we're doing. Yes. Okay, so Heather says, I took a bunch of pages out of my letter-sized Happy Planner that's being used as your HB 90 planner and wrote about 24 words. Nice. You're getting organized. You're getting set to go. That's fine. And Writer on Wheels says, I started outlining a new scene that and then went back and quickly fixed some pacing issues. There you go. There's just some small things you got to pay attention to by swapping a few scenes around. There you go. I like that. Megan says, I got a few words in, but I was very distracted. Hopefully the next sprint you will be able to focus. Yes. Love that. But also distraction just happens. So, and Lydia C. Grace, hello. Welcome on the Twitch side. You edited 6 pages. Nice. I'm so slow at editing. It's terrible. CB says, I'm just reading today. That is okay. You can take a break to read. It's fine. Just Eva says, I got myself all psyched up to make a phone call that you didn't want to make. ... They're closed for lunch. Oh, no. Now you got to do it all over again. Oh, that's frustrating. That's very frustrating because it does take a lot of energy to like make those phone calls that you're dreading. I'm sorry. Heather says, Elizabeth, I'm almost done with my program of 2 chiropractic adjustments per week over 6 weeks. Yeah, that's a lot. And Heather says, isn't that just the way for making phone calls, Eva? Yes. Just Eva says, how do I read things on Vella? I thought it was launching today, but I've been all over Amazon and can't find it. Ooh, I don't know. I have not. I've kind of been waiting for Charlie to give us a little bit more of a walkthrough because I'm that lazy. So just Eva says, unless it's from a writer's view. Maybe. Elizabeth says, ooh, Heather, how are you finding it? Is the chiropractic appointments helpful? Are you consider going to a chiropractor, but you want to see if it helps, if you can fix it with rest first? Gotcha. Depending on what kind of pain and where the pain is in your back. I know that my family tends to have back pain. And so one of the things that we regularly have to do is lie on our back on a hard surface and bring our knees up to our chest and just kind of hold it there because that pulls the muscles and the bottom part of your spine back in a little bit more alignment, but that's for like minor. So if you've been in chronic back pain, then you might need a little bit more, but that could be one of the things that you decide to do regularly for stretching if that helps. So, but always see a professional if you have chronic pain. Like, please do. Kelly says, hello and happy Monday. Welcome. Just Eva says, maybe it is tomorrow. Books usually launch then. I'm sure Tuesdays is when a lot of new media stuff, both books and music and movies and things. So books usually launch then. You are sure that you will see posts when you hop over to social. Megan says, I thought it was sometime this week, but they didn't set a specific date last year. Oh, so it could be like all the way until this weekend. Just Eva says, I've never used a chiropractor, but lately you've been looking into it. I think the best course is to talk to your primary doctor and or seek some chiros out for chats and see what you think after speaking with those who are most informed. Yeah, Bonnie says, getting organized after a week away, using the sprints to clean and organize. Very nice. Okay, so this helps you as well, but you have scoliosis. Yeah. So that particular, just lying on your back, holding your knees up to your chest helps. Gotcha. Mallory says, there's also rumors about Vela launching on the 15th, which is Thursday, but they haven't told us anything as usual for Amazon. They may not know either yet. Heather says, how was your trip, Bonnie? And Elizabeth says, it is the muscles on the right side of your back that radiates to the neck and shoulders. 99% sure it's because you're sitting like a cave troll when writing. Possibly. Cave trollitis might be a thing. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, so you might have to begin taking more stretch breaks than you have, and also attempting not to sit like a cave troll. Charlie says, hey, hello, we just mentioned you. Have you heard anything more about the Vela launch and when that is going to happen? We would like to know. Just Eva says, your mother loved going for adjustments. If you go that route, you'll be glad for the relief. Yeah. Heather says, yes. And Bonnie says, I'm so glad to be home. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes. And just Eva's like, hey, Charlie, it's Vela. Charlie, you're the Vela guru. Yes. That is now one of the titles that you can add to your mini titles already, is Vela guru. All right, let's do another sprint. And I think we're going to stick to a 25 this time. And then depending on how this goes, we might go to a 30 for the next. All right. Okay, so Charlie says, Amazon said it would be a good idea to tell us the launch day, so they will inform the team to maybe do that. So they're just now realizing they should have told us what day it launches. Oh my. So Monique is here. Hello, welcome. It is perfectly fine. This is the Dawdling Writer channel. You can come on in whenever you like. Does anyone here know anything about warlocks? Are you talking about, well, so I've heard many things about different versions of warlocks. There is sort of like the traditional way of looking at them from sort of like a Wicca standpoint. And then there is like new fantasy way of looking at them and whatnot. So Justiva says, warlocks and purple go well together. Yeah, so the thing is with fantasy, you can kind of establish your own definition, which is nice. Justiva says, I have a goal of 2K words and some photography tasks. Let's see how it goes. Because not going to lie, a nap sounds good too. Gotcha. If you search the name of a Vela title, they are showing up on a store in the search, but the pages are error messages. Ooh, okay. Justiva says, my own warlock is a shifter that harnesses magic and free will for humanity. Writer on Wheels wants to know if Monique means the Dungeons and Dragons class. The word warlock means traitor in Old Norse. Yes. So, okay. So I will let y'all continue to have the warlock discussion in the chat, but also don't forget that this second sprint is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something you would like to promote, your website, your blog, your Etsy page, your Amazon author page, your Kindle Elevate page if that happens. And new videos, new YouTube channels, etc., etc. Anything you're proud of, go ahead and let us know in the chat. And also save, sip, stretch, and snack if you need one. Those are your reminders. And we can now get started. So 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, that is the end of that sprint. So, how'd you do? How'd it go? I think I wrote about maybe 500 words, maybe a little less. I don't feel like getting the calculator, so somewhere around there. I'm being lazy. I'm currently adding stickers to the back of my bookmark because that's what I'm doing. Because it was just looking so blank, and every time I opened my planner to where the bookmark was, it was just so blank because I had only decorated one side of the bookmark. So I'm just using up a whole bunch of my stickers while I think about one of the things that I would like to do with this story. So now I have both sides of my so now I have stickers all about reading on the back and a nice purple and black flower on the front. So hooray. I was dawdling, in other words. After I went and refilled my glass of water, I dawdled. That's all that was. So yeah. So I got that. About 400, maybe 480, 500 words, somewhere around there. And Laura, popping in for a moment, just wanted to say that Roy, the puppy, is here. He's adorable, but has forgotten all his potty training. Oh, no. But yay, I'm so glad that Roy is finally with you. And yes, you can see pictures and follow along with Roy at writing_with_Roy on Instagram. Absolutely. He's adorable. Okay, let me come back up to the top of the self-promo chat. Okay, so there was the discussion about the warlocks. And Stephen was like, I'm not even working on that story. Stop. We're just giving you more ideas about it. Yes. So normally I forget to actually self-promo during the self-promo chat, but I remembered today. So here is the Amazon affiliate link. So I do earn some money for specifically my tarot journal, the one that I made. And so you can get this large beastie with a double page spread, which it's quite fun. I like it, on Amazon, so you can have it printed. And there it is. And Megan says, have you checked out the chronic illness and disability playlist lately? There were new videos added this week, which means there's more to watch. And also, you can find my Dawdling Writer website and my Twitch channel here under the Dawdling Writer. And on Twitter, I am a Dawdling Writer because of the character count for usernames. And everywhere else on social media, I am the Dawdling Writer. So, Justiva says, I'm about to try this out and experiment. You're going to shop on the affiliate link, but you're going to buy more than the book. You want to see if I get commission. I will have to check because so being an Amazon affiliate is new for me. And so I will have to keep an eye on the back end of things and make sure it's working right. Make sure I've done everything correctly. CB says, I have 18 short fanfics on fanfiction.net, and archive of our own under the name Pepperoni Fan 1982. And they are Pepper Potts and Tony Stark pairs. Romance stories, romance adventure, Marvel, wrestling, crossover. It's quite fun. Mostly one-shots, but there is one 2-shot and a 3-shot. So, and Megan says, have you checked out my Pride and Prejudice piece? It's called Pregnancy Tests, and it's short and sweet, and you can watch it there at that link. And also, the entire Pride and Prejudice playlist is there. Thank you very much for that, Megan. Monique says my Twitter and Instagram is MS or Ms. Ocampo Writes. And, oops, I'm just clicking on all the links. Monique's goal for today is to write 1,400 words, give or take some. Fair enough. Elizabeth has a live stream on Thursday, 6 p.m. GMT +1, which is noon Eastern. And that's on Thursday. Yes, let me write that down. There we go. It's written down as a reminder. Yay. And Heather says also Thursday noon. Has a stream. That is going to be graced by the awesomeness that is Charlie. Very nice. And Heather has an Etsy shop where you can get greeting cards and art for writers and lovers of fantasy. And just Eva says, I haven't done anything anywhere to promote myself, but I second everyone's links. Thank you. And Celine is here. Hello, welcome. How are you? And Heather also has a second channel here on YouTube called Autism, Love, and Acceptance. It's a little family vlog channel that showcases your kids' many talents. And there is the link to that. And also General Cuteness Overload. HK Darkwit says, hello, welcome. And if you have not seen HK's channel, you should check it out. Also, HK makes wonderful timers, which we have been using. So you should definitely check out HK's channel and make sure that you find HK's timers and give them a like and a comment so that you know, so that HK knows how much we appreciate it. But you just got home from work and you are ready to start editing. Nice. Mallory says hi to HK, and that's where I drank like an entire glass of water. Mallory says, also, you can find 4 of my books, including a paranormal romance, an urban fantasy duology, as well as my newest contemporary romance, Under Your Scars, on my Amazon author page under this Mallory Anderson name. So, there you go. And CB says, I'm going to put the oven on for dinner, just chicken nuggets, because I'm too tired to cook properly. Chicken nuggets are bite-sized tastiness, so... Christina says, oops, I got the time wrong. It's perfectly fine. Come on in. Heather is also a freelance copy editor and proofreader who specializes in science fiction fantasy. Here's a complete list of services, and there is the link for Heather's services. Let's see. Okay, so Monique says, would Acacia be a weird name for a woman who got turned into a zombie dryad? It's either that or you call her Ash. Okay. They're both types of trees, I believe. So either one could work. But typically when I think of dryad, I think of more like British Celtic, because that's usually where the term dryad came from, was sort of like Celtic pre-Roman influence in sort of like that region. And I don't know if I know I'm saying this wrong, but I don't know if this particular tree, the acacia tree, grows in that part of the world. So depending on where your person, where this woman is from, may have an impact on which tree you call her. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And you also finished a baked potato. Very nice. Yeah, so depending on the sort of like magical history that you want to use and where in the world she is coming from, you would want to take into consideration what trees would be around, or like where her parents were from, because if they were from a part of the world where this other tree is, it would make more sense to name her this other option instead of Ash. CB says, okay, nuggets are in the oven. You got some crackers to snack on. Nice. Just even made the call. Yay! But you had to leave a message. Oh. And you forgot your own phone number. Oh, I've done this so many times. I've done this so many times. I blank and I'm like, what is my phone number? Okay, and now we are back finally down to where Laura was talking about Roy. Mallory took a shower and got about 2 sentences. Nice. And Claw of Time is here. Hello, welcome. And just Eva was congratulating Laura on Roy getting finally home. And Christina got 81 words that time. Nice. Very nice. And Celine got a page revised. Hooray! 1 page down. Megan says 112 words that time. I am now ahead of where I need to be today. Yay! But you still haven't hit your daily word count goal. That is okay. That is awesome progress if you have made it to the point of the things happening in the story that you want to be. Elizabeth started the Bujo spread for this week. Stickers, craft papers, stamps, dried flowers. All because I can. Exactly. I did mine last week. Sunday? Yes. So I got stickers galore. And it's very pretty and it makes me happy. Plus, I just have a lot of stickers to go through. Bonnie says, unpacking all the writing stuff I thought I was going to use all week, but didn't. I was over ambitious to say the least. Gotcha. But, if you hadn't taken it along with you, you'd have, wanted something and wouldn't have had it. So, Writer on Wheels finished outlining the scene right as the timer went off. Yes. 2 more to go today, although ideally it'd be 3, but time may be a factor. Gotcha. Just Eva says, I spent that sprint scrolling, tongue twister there, dogs at the local rescue, funnily enough. Nice. You're torn. We know that we would love a dog, but there's perks to no dog. We're not sure if we're ready, that you're not sure you're ready to give up. Yeah. Anytime you decide that you are going to take responsibility for a living being, you then have responsibilities and things you have to keep in mind. So Mallory says, oh, Laura, I'm so happy. If he's already been potty trained, it shouldn't take him long to get back to normal. Just the excitement of a new place and a new person. Yes. You want one? The puppies or the journals? Both. Writer on Wheels says, oops, forgot to self-promo. Your website is authorrachelclintz.com, and I do writerly blogs every Friday, and eventually I'll have a YouTube at some point. Okay, so it's in your cart. Yay! Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's quite fun. This is my second one. My other one is up top there. So I'm enjoying them. It's quite fun. I like it. Which is good because I made it. Monique got 300 words so far. Yay, me. Awesome. CB says, my favorite line from the story I'm reading, which is called Snakes in the Lion Den. Albus Dumbledore was having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Yes. You love fanfics where Dumbles squirms like a worm in a hook. You think acacia trees, I think that's how you pronounce it, are from Africa. I think they can be. Yes, I think that's where they're primarily from. But I can't swear to this. But I think they are more closer to the equator than ash trees are. So you've heard about the oak, ash, and thorn combination, which is a British witchcraft/lore thing. Yes. Elizabeth says, yay, stickers. Yes, indeed. Since you have trouble saying acacia, I think calling her Ash would be easier. It would be, because you have ignorant people like myself who don't know how to pronounce things. It would reflect how she feels anyway. Her heart was turned to ash. In that case, it would make more sense. Bunny did some edits. You did edit some pages every morning when everyone is sleeping, but that was about it. Gotcha. Heather's going to go take a shower. And CB wants a dog, but they're a huge commitment. Yes. All right, so Heather is headed off, and we need to do another sprint. We need another sprint. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and set us up for, we'll do a 25 because I feel like my attention is kind of waning a bit. So we will do a 25, another 25, I should say. All right, so this, yes, this is the third. Okay. All right, so don't forget to save. Saved. Don't forget to hydrate. Don't forget to straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check, and for make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Those are your reminders, and we can now get started with another 25-minute sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, how was that? How'd you do? I got another, like, maybe 300-ish. I spent a little bit more time sort of editing, rearranging, thinking about sentence structures for like log lines and specific like those the what you call it the snowflake method of like going through and like one sentence by one sentence and then expand it to a paragraph and then a page, etc., etc. So I've been doing that for the swords book. So yeah, that's what I was doing. Progress, I guess. Oh, come on. Okay, never mind. I'll look that up later. I was looking up a term. Okay, brain, how'd we do? Again, like progress was made. It was fine. That last one didn't feel as good as the one before, so it happens though. Mallory says that's why I love my kitties. Still a huge commitment, but they really love it when I don't mess with them. Yes, in general, cats are more independent. Bonnie was opening the document at the beginning of the sprint, feeling motivated. Heather says, I was going to pull out my brand new microphone, but I will have to do that with the kid later. So bye. All right, that's fine. CB says, I love cats, but I'm allergic to them. I have developed an allergy to them. It's a mild, like, fur congestion type thing. But I still prefer them in general from dogs. I'm a cat person. I'll be the crazy old cat lady eventually. Probably not, but I will probably have a cat at some point. Monique says 200 more words. You were cooking spaghetti in between writing. Nice. Mallory says, I used to be, but apparently you grew out of it. Oh, that's nice. I hope that becomes an option for more of us. Rider on Wheels says, I got another scene done. Yay! One more to do today, but that will have to wait until after the Dungeons and Dragons game. Elizabeth got more boudreauing done and watching of Friends. Very nice. And Megan says, I applied to a job, got a weird message from the boyfriend, and then we're on social media. Weird as in out of character or like, I don't know. That's weird. All right, y'all. It is 3 o'clock, and I have some errands to do, so I can't really go over too much today. But I will be back Wednesday. I'm trying to think of what day it is again. So I'll be back Wednesday and Friday. Oop, and Christina got 211 words. Nice. CB says, I'm the exact opposite. You were fine till you hit your mid-20s, petted a long-hair ragdoll cat, and less than 10 minutes later, your eyes were all watery and you sneezed. Gotcha. Well, I hope that this session was productive, helpful, restful, inspiring, motivating, whatever. I hope that it was of some benefit to you. I will be back Wednesday, Wednesday and Friday, 1 to 3, and then Sundays, 2 to 5. Sorry, I was like getting all kinds of mixed up. So I will be back. I will be around, and I will see y'all later. Don't forget that Glory is on at 4, and then Charlie will be, I think, doing a gaming stream with their hubby on Twitch tonight. If Monday night gaming stream is still the thing. And then Laura will hopefully be on tonight with maybe some Roy appearances. Maybe. That'd be nice. All right, so that's going to be it for me, and I will see y'all later. Don't forget to check out Devin's playlist, which I will copy and paste into the chat so you can find it. And make sure that you check out the rest of the AuthorTube playlist from Devin. So there you go. All right. Thank you very much, and goodbye.